So I'm back. We're doing some cooking. I love cooking. I have missed you guys doing this. Hi there, Sue. But I love cooking. Bear with me. Hi, Dub. Good evening, Audrey. How are we all doing? It's Wham. Hi, Sarah. We have had to shut all the windows and doors because we've got combine harvester in the back field, and he will kick a right dust up. So I've had to keep the door shut. But as soon as he's finished, then I'll open it again. Try not to get too warm. Good evening, Jane. Hi, Bonnie. So we're doing spaghetti bolognese, but I'm going to show you what to do with some of the leftovers as well. So if you've made yourself too much mince, hi chef, if you've made yourself too much mince, then you can actually use it for other things as well. So I'm not going to lie, I had spaghetti bolognese last night, and what I've done is I've left a portion so I can show you a finished product. And this is it. We have spaghetti bolognese. Looking good in your happy place cooking? I know it's brilliant. So basically I'm going to show you how I do my mince, because I don't fry it. I can't stand beef mince fried. So I'll show you how to do it. But this is spaghetti bolognese with a bit of Parmesan cheese, and we're done. I don't like that fancy mint and stuff like that on it. So I always take any greenery off. I love cooking with chicken mince now, yes. I love cooking full stop, I really do. Right, just let me pop this in. So we've got mushrooms, onions, peppers and tomatoes. I'm just going to slightly fry these. That's it. There we go. Taking it all over the side as well. Bear with me. Okay, so that one's cooking. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. Okay. So, like I said, I don't like fried mince. For me personally, it feels as if it's chewy. And when you literally just mash it in a pan when it's switched on the heat, it goes to proper mince. Literally just melts in your mouth. Can you see how it's all just mashed up together? It is really nice this way. The texture is just so different. So all that I've done there is literally popped it on the ring back there and just spent 15 minutes just doing this, munching it up to make sure that you get the finest mince that you can possibly get for any spaghetti bolognese. So then what we do is lots of salt. Have you all had your dinners, by the way? Garlic, plenty of garlic if you love garlic, and I do. Lots and lots of garlic. And then I'm just going to put just a couple of mixed herbs in that, and then some salt, pepper. Right. So that's while the vegetables is cooking. That's it. So nicely cooking. I did put a bit of butter in there to stop all the vegetables sticking to the pan. Hi there, Julie. So some people say, why cooking? Well, why not? I mean, we're just a little bit more than a business, a clothing boutique. We're a little bit more. We do love our ladies. We do like to interact, and we do have a massive. Oh, excellent. So we do love to interact with our ladies. We have a massive following in the VIP, and it's a really good community base. We did a couple of years ago. We did bingo during the COVID. We did it to raise money for Ashley. And cooking is something I absolutely love to do, and a lot of you ladies have been asking me, am I coming back? And the answer is yes. Toasted tea cake, bless you. So yes, because I do love cooking. During the day though, I'm finding it very difficult to find time. So Thursday evening is one of the evenings that we don't do a live, and I do have time. It's more of our quieter day on a Thursday. So I've decided once a month, so it'll be the last Thursday of the month, I will be cooking something. So there you go, there's your mince. I put all the salt and pepper and everything like that in there. Now, in the vegetable side of things, I have put tomatoes, mushrooms, tomatoes, peppers and onions. So they're in the fryer right now, and they are cooking. And then obviously when these have all softened and they are ready to put in the mince, I will do. But before I do that, I'm going to pop the dolmio. I've actually got this one as garlic because I just love garlic. It's just a tomato puree with lots and lots of garlic in it, and that will just add flavour to it as well. Now, as a general rule, what I normally do, I do put some tomato puree in as well, but I must admit, I thought I'd got some in the cupboard and I haven't. So, but it'll be okay. It'll be more than tomatoey enough for what we want it for. And that now is going to go back on the cooker. Sorry. So, this is the finishing touch. And it's just as simple as that. You get your mince. Can we get Olivia to design a blazer? It's been very, very tiring today, but you know what? I have loved every single minute of it. It's so nice to be able to have your granddaughter for the day. I don't normally get a chance to have her on my own because obviously Andrew couldn't have some time off as well as me, so it is very, very rewarding having her, bless her. So basically then, honestly this is so simple, and all that you need is just steak mince, just a small pot of steak mince. You pop it in a pan. You mix it really, really well, or you can fry it if you prefer frying, then fry it, but I prefer not to because obviously the more delicate the beef is, the better you can eat it with the pasta. So really, really fine, just keep bashing it in there until it turns a different colour so you know it's actually cooked. And then tomato puree, and then you've got your dolmios, bolognese mixture. So basically that's what it is, a bolognese. It's a lasagne mixture, but it's also going to be, I'm going to make some nachos with it as well. So that is one way of eating the mince. Just plenty of vegetables in it. You've got your mince, and then you can either make spaghetti bolognese. Ooh. That's it. And you can make bolognese with it because it's the same ingredients as when you make lasagna, bolognese or nachos with your mince. So basically you can use dry or you can use fresh pasta and just pop that in hot water, leave it to boil, come back to a boil again, and then just turn it off and simmer for at least 5 minutes until it's fully cooked. And that's what that is, just there, just then. That's all it is. So 500 grams of minced meat. I do use steak mince because it is a better quality. Just your mushrooms finely chopped. You've got your peppers finely chopped. You've got your onions, and I do chop a few tomatoes in as well. And then obviously you top it up with your grated parmesan if you do like it. So that is one way of doing the mince. Let me just check on the, yeah, they're just about done. So you've got all the vegetables all finely, smells delicious this, all finely chopped up. You've got your tomatoes, your onions, your peppers and your mushrooms. And then all that I'm going to do with that is pop them in. And then just move things around a bit. Gently over the puppet. And it's so easy to make. 10-15 minutes prepping and then cooking. And honestly, it's just so easy to make. So that is basically it. You can add anything else in that you want to. If you fancy putting some chilli in it, you can. Although for spaghetti bolognese I wouldn't do that. I would for nachos, but I wouldn't for spaghetti bolognese or even lasagna. Like I say, I would put some more tomato puree in here, so it would be a little bit more red than what it is at the moment. But we're actually going to use that for bolognese, for nachos this time round. So I'll add some tomato puree in tomorrow when I go and get some. So the nachos then, so if you've got anything left over, like I did, there were plenty, there were more than enough for 4 of us, but there was only 3 of us last night eating the spaghetti bolognese. So I have kept it, can you combine? I have kept it for today so you could see a finishing touch, because I always like to have a finishing touch. And so if you have got anything left, you can save it either to make a small lasagna for the 2 of you, or you can make it for the nachos. I mean, some people just like nachos on their own, with salsa and cheese, but I really do like it with a bit of minced meat as well, finely cooked. So I've got some nachos here, and basically I'm going to pour the salsa on it, and then we're going to cover it with cheese. Just spread that around a bit. Cover that with cheese. That's it. Bit of bolognese mix. You see, there's more than enough in here to make a lasagna and spaghetti bolognese again. Right, with the nachos, here we go. So again, pop some more nachos in there, like so. Another bit of salsa. Me and Andrew are going to munch on these shortly. Just spread that around so it doesn't get too dry in the biscuit area. And lots of cheese. We love cheese, don't we? Who doesn't like cheese? I'm just going to put a little bit more, move that across there, a little bit more of the mince on it. And then what's going to happen is this will then go into the oven for another 10 minutes because the mince is cooked. I made sure that was cooked before I put the vegetables in. And then Just top it up with cheese. And then you leave that in the oven until your cheese is fully melted. Just put that in there. I'll pull it back out shortly. What was that? Where did you get those nachos from? They look good. They are from a box. I purchased this box from Tesco's. Everything in there that you need. Your salsa, your biscuits, and then you just add cheese. You can't eat cheese, Amanda. Or you can't eat dairy at all. I love cheese. I absolutely love cheese, and I can sit and eat it all day, but it doesn't agree with me, especially when it's melted. But I do love nachos and cheese together. They are one of my favourites. And yes, you can add lots of different things into it. Actually, I forgot to put my chilli in it, but I'll add that on later. But I love cheese. I like to have coffee, cheese and biscuits on a night time as well. Not every night, but I do like to have that. So that's the answer to your question. I do buy that. I buy it as simple as I possibly can. As simple as I possibly can, and then obviously it makes it easier for me when I am cooking. I've got to be honest, I don't do much cooking though, not anymore, or not since I opened in Algiers, or because it's just really busy. But now I've decided to do the cooking again. Hopefully we can start to enhance the 16-year-old. So beautiful, oh thank you. I'm 55-year-old, so I'll be your granny. So yes, so hopefully we will be doing a little bit more cooking, and I would like to try. What a great idea with nachos. Yeah. I mean, I always like to have minced meat and vegetables with the nachos. It just gives it a little bit extra flavour. But if you're anything like me, I always make far too many for two people. There's only me and Andrew. And sometimes when I make a lasagna, it's in a big tub. So we get 2 meals out of it. It's always better when you rewarm it. We get 2 meals out of it. So we're always eating the same food all the time. It's very much like this. I made that last night. So I did leave, normally we'll just bin it, but I have left it to one side, so I've got a finishing touch for the spaghetti bolognese. But like I said, with the mince, you can use that particular ingredients for so many different things. You've got your lasagna. Who doesn't like lasagna? I absolutely adore that. That's probably one of my favourite foods. Do you have the mocha with salad? Oh, nachos. You mean nachos with salad? No, we just have it as it is. So when I remove that from there, I'm going to put it on a block, one of my carving blocks, and me and Andrew will just munch into it, and that'll be our dinner. Sometimes I do it with garlic bread, or we just leave it as it is. It depends, because sometimes we have nachos and it's just on its own. We don't have the mince. We just have nachos on its own. So we do sometimes have quite chili. Yes, we do have a lot of chili in it, and that is hot. But it all depends on how you feel, isn't it? I like lasagna, but I hate the white sauce. Yeah, so you can make the meat as watery as you want to. Just keep adding more of the dolmio into it, or I like it dry. I prefer lasagna dry, and then with a little bit of white sauce. Do you have sour cream? We do, yes, we do. We've got that in the fridge now, so I'll get that out just as soon as our dinner's ready. So yeah, we do. We like to try lots of different types of things. I mean, we weren't very big eaters of unusual foods, although I experiment an awful lot. Andrew's a little bit more like this with it, but he does try, but he prefers to stick with normal foods, as he calls them. So quick and easy. Yes, it is. Simply just as easy as that. So I mash my mince on the cooker, and literally you put your mince in the pan, and you just use your fork and you just keep stirring so it doesn't stick to the pan. Just keep stirring it, just keep mashing it until it's all nice and fine. And then whilst you're doing that, you then put your vegetables on the frying, and once they're done, add them to your pan and then start adding the flavours. So you've got your extra Dolmio sauce, you've got your garlic, obviously I love garlic, you've got salt and pepper, and then you've got your tomato puree. Now the tomato puree makes it really, really tomatoey, and I think that's my personal opinion, is that that is how a lasagna should be, more tomatoey rather than gravy. I once made a Slimming World lasagna, but not with meat, with baked beans and onion. Oh, right. It sounds awful, but it was quite nice. That's quite interesting, to be honest with you. It really is. So, can you do the nachos without the mince? You can, Diane. Yes, you can. Just do exactly the same as what I've just done. Hi there, Kat. Love your house. Wow, that's just incredible. When you're moving in, let me know when you're moving in. I will do that with my granddaughter when she comes. She enjoys helping making. Oh, that's lovely, that. I won't tell you what Olivia were making last night. I'll make you gip. Don't you add water into the pan of mince? And he said, no, we don't. Only because I don't like it watery. If you want to add any fluid in whilst you're cooking it, I would just put the Dolmio in rather than water, because you start putting water in and then it'll start to boil the mince, and then it'll start to be more of a chewy mince rather than a smooth mince. My favourite cook. Which country are you from? We're from England. It's alright, I've got YouTube at it. I added a tin of mixed beans the other day to bulk it up. Managed to freeze 3 portions. Yes, that's right. I mean, you can put whatever you want in, but I just think with spaghetti bolognese, it needs to be the finer the better, because obviously you're eating it with spaghetti. Now, when you're doing nachos, that's quite different. Just let me pop that back on there. Let me grab that. It looks as if the nachos is done. Yep, just. Woo. There we go. So the nachos is hot. Nachos, let it cool down, obviously, and then just eat it as you normally do. So you've got your mince in with that, or you can, as one of the ladies has just asked, can you eat nachos without cheese? Yes, you can. And again, you can add lots of different things in if you want to, but this is how I like to have it. So you've got the crisp, then you've got your salsa, then you've got your cheese, then your mince on top of that, and then your crisp again, and then just keep repeating the process until you fill the dish up. So yeah, that is going to be our dinner once it cools down a little bit. That will be our tea tonight. I had a sandwich earlier, but I knew we were going to have this anyway, so this is going to be our tea tonight. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Out of the same mixture of the bolognese, exactly the same mixture, I've made nachos with the bolognese mix. We've got spaghetti bolognese there, and what I will do tomorrow is add some more tomato puree to that, and then use that as a lasagna as well. So there's quite a few different things you can use with that one bolognese mix. So next month I would like to do a stew, and I will be using the slow cooker. And if you haven't got one, get one, because during the winter months they are the best thing you can ever have. Any type of stew that you're making it will just stay there until you've eaten it all, and that generally is for me for 2 days. And I absolutely love stew and plenty of dunking bread. That's when you're curled up on your sofa with your cover watching the movies. You're very welcome. And that'll be in a couple of months, not just yet. It's still quite warm for that, isn't it? But I love stew, I really do. So we will be doing some stew next time. So that will be the last Thursday of every month. You will see me doing some sort of cooking. So if you've got any special requests, please do message the page and I will certainly do my best to help as well. And I might even do a pudding next time as well, so the live's a little bit longer. Oh, I hope so, Dawn. I hope so. You know, I never know what to say in these sort of videos. I don't know whether I'm too short or too long. We are having stew, mashed potatoes and Yorkshire pudding on Sunday. My husband loves it. Oh, I do as well, Jane. Especially with Yorkshire puddings. Maybe I ought to do that with Yorkshire puddings then, and mash. And that would be great to, I mean, it's a little bit warm for this hot food, isn't it? So, but thank you for joining anyway. I hope you did enjoy the show. And if you have any special requests, please let me know. We might do a couple more in between. But for now, what I'm going to say is every last Thursday of the month. Hot pot and an apple crumble is my favourite. You know what, Jackie? I'm not good with pastry. I'm really not good with pastry. If I'm making an apple pie, I have to make, I have to buy the pre-made ones, or the ones where you just add water and mix it. And even the crumble, I can't make it. I don't know why. I think maybe because I've got quite warm hands and it just won't it just won't blend properly. So I'll leave the apple crumble for this time, but I do any other puddings for sure. Right, thank you for joining, ladies. I hope it's been entertaining and I will see you tomorrow. I've got a live tomorrow, haven't I? 7 o'clock. So you'll see me again. 6 o'clock. See you later. Bye.